Hello folks, it's May 30, 2024. I'm at the Baker barn, but I'm getting ready to hook up to the old Bass Cat. I'm gonna go try to pull some crankbaits on Truman Lake today. I've got my trolling rack on the back of my Bass Cat. Decided to pull out of this boat instead of my Sea Ark today. Just something different. I'm ready to take the old Bass Cat out. Hadn't had it out in a while. So I'm gonna get her hooked up. We're going to take off. I'm going to fish I'm going to put in on the Osage arm of Truman. Stay with me. We'll start at 1.6, see what happens. I'm not sure we're going to catch much in here. I didn't see a whole lot. I did see some shad. So I'm going to just throw them out. We're just experimenting, so we'll see what happens. I got some Bandit 300s, and I've got some Delta's custom crappie cranks. A mixture, various colors. And as always, I just cast out to the side and let them pull in behind me. Throw them as far as I can throw them. Not using line counters. Start on the inside. Throw it out to the side. It'll pull right in behind the boat. Throw the next one out to the side of it. Same thing. Here we go. All right, come on up. Come on up. I've been dragging him for a while, folks. I'll tell you the truth, I haven't been paying attention. My 2D sonar's not working right, and I've been sitting over here messing with it, and I looked back, and this rod was down. Got a crappie on it. Smaller, but a keeper. It's on that orange and yellow. That's a Delta's custom crappie crank. They like that. Let's throw that back out. I gotta start paying attention to my rods. I think I might have to call Humminbird. Don't know what to do here with my down imaging. I mean my 2D sonar I'm having trouble with. There's fish on that one too. I just saw it bobble a little bit. Yeah, another smaller fish. Where am I? There we go. Yeah, it's a little keeper, but just that. It's on the old chrome and blue Bandit 300. Chrome and blue Bandit. Oh, it's real small. That might not be a keeper. I'm not keeping any fish today, obviously. Throw it out to the side. Move them down. Okay, folks, I made a move down lake. I tried to call Humminbird, but while I was waiting on hold, I fixed it myself. Not sure what I did, but it's working. So I've moved down lake. I'm in a cove. That wind is awful out there. So here I am again, hiding from the wind. Seems like that's the theme of most of my videos. But I laid down a track in here, kind of along the timber line and following the channel. Let's see what happens. The old red crawl. Love it. Oh, orange crush color. Lay that out to the side, get a little more separation. Here's a new color Fred Pittman sent me from Delta's Custom Crappie Cranks. Man, that is beautiful. Looks like the Bandit chrome and blue, only much prettier. Oh, warthogs are practicing today. And here's the Bandit, chrome and blue. Well, is that a fish? I believe it is. Boy, we didn't go very far. That's the old Delta's pretty blue and chrome. Yeah, come on. Come on. All righty. Yes, indeed. Told you it's pretty. Not only is it pretty, but it's effective. Look at that. Yes, sir. Nice little keeper fish. All right. That didn't take very long at all. Tell you what, folks, I'm going through so many trees. I've lost 2 baits already. I'm gonna go down to 4 rods. See if a little more manageable, especially in this wind blowing like it is. I lost I think my Bandit. Well, I'm not sure what I've lost. I know I lost my Delta's Custom Crankbait, blue and silver, that I loved.
A few moments later.
Okay, I can't stand it. I've re-rigged one. I'm gonna re-rig the other one. Get 2 more out. I'm gonna run a couple of Arky 350s, a clown color and a pink and chartreuse. Oh, what we got here? I can't tell. No, that's fish. Yes, sir. He liked the old Arky. Yeah. All right. Nice crappie, too. That's on the old clown colored Arky. Yeah. I like it. So some of them are a little higher in the water column. These Arkies run probably about 12 feet deep. That's a nice white crappie. Alrighty. I really think I had hit one on that one on the other side too. But, oh. There's a fish. Just out here in this open water over the channel. Oh man, that's a crappie. It feels strong. Oh, it's spinning around. I think it's foul hooked. It's a crappie. Foul hooked. When they get foul hooked and down under the surface, they feel like they're monsters. When I say foul hooked, they've hit it with their mouth, but then sometimes they'll spin around. That back hook, if they hit the front one, will get up on the side of them, and so they're coming in sideways. He was doing that for a minute, and then that back hook came loose. That's on the old Red Craw Delta's custom crappie crank. Caught a lot of fish on that bait. Man, I mean, it's got him too. Fred put double red hook on that. I mean, it's not coming out. That fish wasn't getting off. Small, but I'll bet that's 9 inches. I'm trolling into the wind. That wind's blowing so hard that I'm afraid. I like to go with the wind if it's a slight breeze or not blowing as hard. But as hard as it's blowing today, trying to maintain this speed, I'm afraid we'd be going too fast. Be hard to control the boat. So I'm going into the wind. I can keep a good constant speed. I know people will probably ask me, so I'll just tell you, as you can see, this is an 8-foot Driftmaster rack that I have for the back of the bass boat here. It really works out good. It's good and stable. Got the Driftmaster rod holders on it. It's fully adjustable. Works out great. I put this little board on it here. At one time, I had a plastic box with Velcro that I set on there, and I could keep crankbaits in it and switch them on or in and out of it. And I had it on there one day going down the interstate, and the board or the box came off, and I didn't know it, so I don't run with a box on there anymore. Hopefully somebody found them a box full of bandit crankbaits. Oh, that's in the tree. Oh, it's going to be my little arky bait. Dadgummit. That one's not coming out. Nope. Lost another one. Got another one getting ready to get hung up here too, I think. Oh, I can't tell if that's a fish or if that was bouncing through the trees. Maybe a fish. Yeah, it's a fish. I think it bounced off a tree limb and the fish got it. I definitely think it was bouncing through the trees when it got hit. Yeah, it's a bass. We don't want no stinking bass. He hit that shad colored deltas. Oh, got a fish over there. It never fails. Get out of there, bass. Come on up. He's in these other lines. What's he got? What's he got? He's got the red one. The crawfish got me tangled. Another smaller crappie. You like that red crawfish? Yes, sir. Little. Let's get this one back out. Hard to catch one suspended up in the air. So, we either got a fish on or we got in the tree again. What we got? Oh, we got a fish on. Got a fish on here too, I think. Oh, that's a tree there. Uh-oh. We're gonna lose that one. Oh man. Oh. Oh man. Oh. Oh man. Oh. Oh man. Oh. That's shoot. I mean, that rod came right out of the boat. Maybe I can hook it with this crankbait. I'm coming right over it. No, of course not. Crappie came right to the top of the surface. I'm gonna have to go back, see if I can find that rod. I don't know if it floats or not. Crappie on the red crankbait. That rod came right out of my hand. I mean, it was hung up in the tree. I was trying to hit the button, didn't get it done in time, and it burned my finger, and out it went. Dadgummit. I'll bet that rod and reel doesn't float. Sure would be nice if we hung it up with one of these crankbaits. Couldn't be that lucky. All right, I'm gonna crank up the big motor, follow my trail back, just see if by chance I could get lucky. I don't expect to. Okay, no chance of finding that. But I did come back down from where it went out of the boat, and I'm going to reset my motor to follow that same trail. I'm going to put my crankbaits back out, and who knows, maybe I'll get lucky and hook that line, and if I do, probably lose 2 rods. But we're going to go back down and throw them back out. Oh well. This is my B&M Sam Super Salt crankbait rod, 7.5 foot, that I like so well. That's what I'm using on all these. I'll be having to buy me another one. Get out there and hunt up my rod. This one's broke off. I'm gonna go back to my original plan, just run 4 rods. That's the first for me, folks. I've lost a lot of crankbaits in these trees, but I've never messed around like that. That's just stupidity on my part. I was trying to get the bail release button pushed, and I grabbed the line to give me some tension off the spool, and boy, when I did, it burned my finger real bad, and I instinctively let go, and there went the rod. Hope I got that on the camera. Probably can't be that lucky. What I hate more than anything is I lost my old Team Iowa baitcaster reel that I've had probably for 40 years, and still using these old Team Iowa 103 HVA reels. Had those back in my bass fishing days, and man, you just cannot wear them out. Come on, crappie. I can't catch a rod and reel. I at least want to catch a crappie. My seat set up. I've just got one leg of the double seat setup. It works great. I just put a little pin here in the middle and just run one arm off of it. Works perfect for this. Ooh, we're coming through some trees now. We'll probably lose some more baits. Hopefully no more rods. Running an 8-pound high-vis line, a red size 12 snap swivel. That's my standard setup. If you go back and look at my earlier videos. K9 8-pound high-vis line, fluorocarbon. It doesn't have as much stretch as mono, but it sinks. It allows those baits to get down a little deeper. Oh, that a fish? Yep, yeah, it's a fish. Feels pretty good. So shad colored Delta's custom crappie cranks. Nice little keeper fish. It's a pretty bait. Got my name on it. How can it not catch fish when it's got my name on it? Another one. Yep. All right. It's that same bait, isn't it? And that one I just threw back out there. They're liking that shad color. Yep, same bait. There's a little white crappie. Fish are running small today. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That one's got a little pull to it. Oh, we got one there too. Oh man, that can't be a crappie. Don't believe. Come on, oh no. Catfish, I do believe. Tell you, catfish love crankbaits. And I have a net in there just for that reason, but I didn't even get it out. And I'm not going to, so I'll probably lose this crankbait. Can't tell if he's on that line or if I got another fish on there. These rod's doing a lot of bouncing. Yeah, come up here, you little blue cat. He likes that crawfish color too. Blue cats like crawfish. These are the kind that'll get you too, you know what? You jerk around, throw a treble hook in your hand, or get one of those little fins in you. I'd rather catch a big catfish any day. Woo! All right, just ran out of my trail. Tell you what, do I dare turn around and go with the wind and see what happens? I think I will. All right. I'm ready to go back out. I am just going to run 4 rods though. Tired of losing all my rods and my baits. That's what you get in Truman with all these trees, man. Go to Lake the Ozarks. These lakes don't have standing timber. It's a lot easier to run these crankbaits. See what this wind does to us. If the wind gets to pushing us too bad, I can always turn my paddles on my power poles and put my power poles down in the water to create drag, and we'll be able to go with the wind. But I'm hoping, that wind's kind of late a little bit, hoping that we'll do all right going with the wind. All right, we're on our track, so let's get them out. Oh, chartreuse shad, one of my favorite Bandit 300s. It hadn't caught a thing today. Come on. Tell you, I think I might have put the paddles in the water. I think I'll just put the poles down without turning the paddles. I think that'll probably be enough drag. That'll create some drag. Ooh, coming over some big trees right here. They come up, they're coming up about 15 feet deep too, so crankbaits are gonna get in them right there. Right there. That's a fish off the top of them. That's the good thing about going over the tops of trees. Is that a fish there too? I may have, I don't know if they're all bouncing or if this one's definitely got a fish on it. Yep, it's on that shad color. They're liking that. They are liking it. They like it, I like it. That wind's gonna play heck on my microphone to see if I can shield it a little bit. Going into the wind with my back to the wind, that helped the microphone situation. Now it's gonna be blowing right in it. Oh, there's fish. Same bait. Man, they are all over this shad bait. I'd put more on, but I don't want to lose them. That's a nice fish there. They are definitely liking that bait. Okay, Fred, I'm gonna have to get some more of these. Yeah, that's a really nice fish there. These fish are all spawned out. They're thin. But nice. Nice white crappie there. Yes, sir. See if we can maybe get a thumbnail. All right. Nice. I'm not sure what Fred calls that color. I call it shad because it looks like a shad. Look at that. I can't even hardly get it out there and I catch another one. Man, do I dare put more on? I mean, it is the ticket. I hadn't even hardly gotten it back out. Can't tell if he's a crappie. I think that's a fish on that one too. Yep, dragging it. Got two on. This one feels pretty good. Let's quit messing around and get this in before we lose our good bait. Oh, it's a white bass. Even a white bass like that. All right, don't you fin me. Even a white bass like it. I'm gonna get it back out there before I get this other one. I think I'm dragging a little one on this. There's that chartreuse shad, bandit 300. Caught a little one, but it did catch one. Got one out here. Oh, that one's coming through the trees, I think. Oh, shoot, here we go again. Now see, if you can let that line out without backlashing, sometimes they'll ride up the backside of that. That's what I was trying to do with that other one. But no such luck here. Gosh dang it. Oh, I think it came loose. Yep. Woo, we lucked out there. How'd that happen? Wrapped up in there. Yep, that's crawdaddy too. I like it. Rayburn red. I call it crawdaddy, but I think Fred calls that a Rayburn red color. These fish like it. When I say Fred, I'm talking about Fred Pittman. He owns Delta's Custom Crappie Cranks. He paints the best looking bait I've ever seen. Look him up on Facebook. I have a link in the description. He is an artist, I mean. You know, folks, speaking of Fred, I was coming back from Truman this morning, back to Columbia, and I got a call from Fred Pittman, and he said, "Hey, Mike, the next time you do a crappie crankbait video, will you tell your listeners that if they want to order my baits, they need to do so before June?" Fred's a fisherman too, and believe it or not, he pulls crankbaits. And so June and July and into August, he takes time off and goes fishing. And so he doesn't take many orders for his baits during that period of time. So if you want to order Fred's baits, which I think you should do, you need to do it before the fishing season, because when it's fishing season, Fred's gone fishing. So at any rate, you know, I'm not paid to promote Fred's crankbaits. I just use them and I like them. Fred paints every crankbait personally, one at a time. I mean, they are truly custom crankbaits. You can get about any kind of color or pattern you want, but he's got great baits. I personally think, it's just my opinion, but I personally think they're the best crankbaits for crappie out there on the market today. So if you want them, you better get your order in before the fishing season. Okay, I have the Power Pole Charge battery maintenance system. Now, I've been trolling these baits for about 3 hours, I guess, something like that. I just checked my battery level. They're all over 12 volts, but this Charge, you got the app, you can pull it up. It'll show you exactly what the status is, and every time you start that big motor, it charges them. It's a great system. Okay, I lost another bait. I'm going to retie. I'm going to put this Bandit 300 on there. I'm not going to put my Delta out there. They're too pretty to fish with in the trees, even though it's so effective, but this is a color sort of close to it. Oh, that wind. We're going across it now. Just tie on my little red swivel. Go, that's my setup. Just went over a tree. You can see that on the graph. See, that's a tree. It looks like fish stacked up, but that's a tree right there. Top of it up 15, 12 feet. I don't know if I told you when I started, when I start a track, I usually put a waypoint on my graph. And then that way I know where the start of it is. I'm getting a bite. And then I'll do a waypoint at the end too. And then I can tell on the graph where it starts and where it ends. And I caught a fish while I was talking. It's on that Rayburn Red Crawdaddy, as I like to call it. Yep, they're a little white crappie. Tell you what, I don't think I'm gonna throw this one out because we're just, oh, I'm gonna mess around and get a hook in my hand. About at the end of this track, and I'm gonna go to the house. We've caught a few, nothing humongous, but we caught some keeper crappie. I don't know what time we got started. I think it was about noon when I left the house. It's about 4:30. So we've trolled around for a little bit. I've had fun. I've lost a few crankbaits, which you always do when you fish the trees like this. I will say, it's first for me to lose a rod and reel, but part of it. At any rate, I've had fun. Just ran out for a little afternoon trip. Anyway, hey, don't forget, if you don't mind, hit that like button and that subscribe button. It really helps the channel. Gives me motivation to do more. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, at the end, there will be 2 more there. You can just tap on one and watch it if you'd like. If you like this one, I think you'll like them. At any rate, I'm going to the house. Thanks for being with me.